In the second partial, the simulation of the likes per batch in Factory IO is presented using TIA Portal and PLSIM. Regarding the programming, in Network 1, the necessary block for communication with Factory is set. In Network 2, the system's operation is programmed with the buttons that will be used and the indicators. In Network 3, the optimization for the level of tank 2 is done so that the filling values range from 0 to 300 and can be displayed on a screen. In Network 4, normalization and scaling are done for the level of tank 1, just as for tank 2. Then the parameterization from 0 to 300 for the filling potentiometer of tank 1 is done, which will be displayed on a screen, and safety conditions are set so that it cannot be modified unless the filling option and tank 1 are selected. Then the same is done for tank 2. In Network 5, the same as in Network 4 is done, but now for the emptying potentiometer of tank 1 and tank 2 respectively, which will be displayed in the same way on screens. In Network 6, the filling of tank 1 is programmed. For this, the tank 1 selector is used and comparators are used between the amount entered by the potentiometer and the tank level, which are displayed on their respective screens. If the potentiometer value is greater than the tank level, the filling value of tank 1 opens. If the potentiometer value is less than or equal to the tank level, the filling valve stops. Finally, only when the tank level is completely filled, the mixer and heater will turn off for 10 seconds, as well as indicate that it has reached the maximum level. In Network 7, the emptying of tank 1 is programmed. Serial contacts are set to ensure that tank 1 is selected for emptying. In this part, if the tank level is greater than the potentiometer value, the discharge valve opens to 40% because otherwise unstable behavior occurs, making it difficult to monitor. And it works the same way for filling and emptying tank 2. Regarding Factory IO, the functionalities of each part are first shown. This part shows how tank 1 and how tank 2 are filled to their respective fills. Then it shows how tank 1 fills, the number of times indicated by the filling potentiometer. Next, it shows that the tank 2 fills the number of times indicated by the filling potentiometer of tank 2. Then it shows that tank 1 fills and empties the amount indicated by the potentiometers. This part shows that tank 2 empties and fills the amount given by the potentiometers. And finally, the batch only hits at the maximum level, which is why it can be seen here that the only time the process mixes and heats is when it reaches its maximum level. Thank you for your attention.